Ask almost anyone who is involved in or facing a family law dispute, and they'll tell you one of the biggest things on their mind is the cost. Their own well-being, their children's well-being, these are probably the top concerns, obviously, but they're also worried about the well-being of their wallets. I'm Ryan Reed, a family court mediator with Cedar Ridge Solutions Family Mediation Service, and so let's address that big issue of the cost of a family law dispute like a divorce or a custody case. Let's be real, legal battles are more expensive than most people wish them to be. It's easy to understand how the thought of mounting legal bills and court costs can be incredibly stressful. That's why I want to suggest here how maybe a mediation can be a really cost-effective way to resolve your family law matters. When you go the traditional litigation route, you're looking at a whole range of costs that can add up very quickly. First, there are attorney fees. You're paying for your attorney's expert advice, but also for their time. And if you're paying by the hour, then that hourly total can really climb, especially when you factor in court appearances and document preparation, not to mention phone calls and written correspondence. Then there are the case expenses, which will vary depending on the type of case you have. If you need expert witnesses like a child custody evaluator, or maybe a financial analyst, that's another expense. And don't forget the discovery process itself, which involves exchanging information with the other side. That can be time-consuming and costly. If your case goes to trial, you're likely looking at even more expenses, like court reporters and witness fees. And it's not just these direct costs. Understand that your time spent in court or in lawyer meetings for preparation or for hearings can mean lost days or productivity at work for you, which impacts your income. And of course, let's not forget the emotional toll, which is very real. The stress of litigation can affect both your physical and mental health. In my own experience, this emotional toll is one that most litigants don't even realize they're carrying until the weight of it becomes really and truly damaging. Now, let's compare that to mediation. Mediation offers a much more financially sensible approach. You still may want an attorney involved, or at least one to help you complete some financial disclosures, or to prepare for a pro se mediation, or to help you prepare the final paperwork to complete the court case after mediation. But the time spent with an attorney in that manner is significantly less than in traditional litigation, and that translates, of course, to lower attorney fees. Mediation also minimizes or eliminates many case expenses because you're often avoiding those long, drawn-out court proceedings. It often reduces the need for costly expert witnesses since parties can work together to get the expert opinions informally. And because mediation encourages open communication, the discovery process can be more streamlined, saving you time and money. And perhaps most importantly, the cost effectiveness of mediation goes beyond just saving money. It also saves you time. Compared to drawn-out litigation, mediation sessions are typically shorter, they're more solution-focused, and a big factor here, they can be scheduled much earlier than most court hearings, which means hopefully a faster resolution, allowing you to move forward with your life even sooner. And because you are making your own decisions in mediation, you have control over the outcome, which can significantly reduce stress and anxiety, and usually results in greater long-term buy-in from the parties as to the outcome. This can be especially helpful when it helps to preserve co-parenting relationships or to minimize the chance of future conflict. So, when you're considering your options, remember that mediation isn't just a philosophical approach, it's a practical solution that makes good financial sense. If you're in Kentucky and facing a family dispute that might be solved in mediation, and if you're ready to try and find those solutions, then try Cedar Ridge Solutions.